Hey frag heads and fragrance lovers, welcome back. Benjamin here, Scentaur Fragrance Channel, talking about another beautiful fragrance. Y'all know how it goes. Before we talk about the fragrance, you gotta help this channel grow. If you like what you're seeing, you like the content that I create, help me out, support, give me a little bit back to this channel, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, share the video, and tell a friend. That sounds like a lot, but it only takes a little bit of your time, and I made this free video just for you. So let's talk about this fragrance here today. This is, again, called Cactus Garden. I have some interesting thoughts about it. Kind of a lukewarm review, but we'll still explore this one. This channel is all about exploring beautiful fragrances, and you're a fragrance lover, you're a fragrance explorer, just like me. So this here Cactus Garden, beautiful fragrance. You get mate, you get bergamot, you get some lemongrass, you get some incense, you get some really playful, interesting notes to the fragrance. I actually really quite like the mid to this fragrance. After the opening, I really like how this fragrance transitions. The mate adds a sparkling, musky, almost caffeinated quality to the fragrance. The bergamot has its classic, almost Italian citrus type of feel, and it's just really likable. It's not that green as you would think. There is some geranium snuck in here, giving the fragrance some of that fresh green quality, but it's not an overtly green fragrance. This is not your grandfather's green fragrance, even though nothing's wrong with that at all. This fragrance is interesting, really, though, because of the mate is a different kind of note that you usually don't see in fresh fragrances, or a lot in fragrances in general. It's one of my favorite things in fragrances, so I do have to tell y'all, that gives this fragrance a lot of kudos, a lot of points, and I really, really like that. There's incense in the dry down, once again, really, and lemongrass, really changing things up. If you're not familiar, lemongrass is actually a type of grass, like a plant, that smells like an oily lemon. And actually, I love it. It's very therapeutic, very calming, and you can actually cook it, with fish and different things like onions, and really just it's an interesting thing with cooking. But I digress. I'm distracted. Let's talk about the incense. Incense does add body to this fragrance. That's what really gives the base some real character to this fragrance, really changes things up, and adds some longevity to this fragrance. I do have to say that this fragrance here is, I don't know how to describe it. It's not sweet and it's not sour. It's got a little bit of both blended in together with the duality of this fragrance. There is a designer appeal to this fragrance. I'm not going to play things up and try to act like this is something uber unique. You already know, probably just watching this review, that this is a very expensive fragrance. This fragrance is not a cheapie by any means. It's Louis Vuitton, and they tried to make a high-end niche fragrance line in a house, and we'll talk about the price and the value, my final thoughts at the end. But the quality here, I'm going to tell you all right out straight off the bat, just a little bit too expensive for what it is. I don't feel like the notes really come off that interesting or bold. I would love the cactus really to sing through with this fragrance. I love that vibe. Y'all know that I love Zurius Rouge by Givenchy because of how expertly and how fantastic the cactus note, that's one of the reasons I love the fragrance so much, jumps out of Zurius Rouge by Givenchy. The cactus here really is nice. It's more watery, adding a almost aquatic type of nature to this fragrance. So it's not a bad fragrance. It's just very wearable, and it's not as interesting as I was liking. Again, with the name Cactus Garden, if you don't know, some people actually do raise cactus or grow cactus in their backyard. As you can tell, again, I live a little bit deeper into the south. I actually live in a subtropical area. It's a pine forest essentially. Lots of loblolly pine trees. But some people are in a desert and they actually grow cactus, and sometimes they even water them or plant them. So I was expecting for this fragrance here to come off as dry. I was expecting Cactus Garden to be a dry fragrance, smell like the sand, maybe have a hot, kind of a hot, heated element to it, and maybe play off that idea. Maybe some ceramics, maybe some of those clean solar notes that you see in things like Neroli Woods by Banana Republic. I was expecting that kind of quality or those types of notes to jump out of this fragrance. Honestly, I didn't get any of that in this fragrance. It's just a little bit smooth, watery, a little bit green. This is not going to be very interesting to many people, and you have to like cactus to enjoy this one, or the mate quality, but the mate doesn't really jump out. I wish that there was a whole lot more mate and a whole bigger concentration of cactus and some dry elements, some sand. Also, this fragrance could have worked really well with maybe some heliotrope if they blended it right. There's a lot of things that could have been done here pretty well. I just don't get that out of this fragrance. it smells decent. It's wearable, not exciting. Have to be honest. Performance wise is another reason why this fragrance is not going to get a lot of points, not going to get a lot of kudos here. I wish that I could say the performance was amazing. I actually have it sprayed on me here, on my arm here, if I can speak, the dry down, and you're going to get about 6 hours. You're going to get about 6 hours. It's not going to be, it's not, and it's honestly an average projector. Some people might even say it's slightly on the weak side of projecting and the sillage. So it's not a strong performing fragrance. It's not. It can get you through your day. It can get you through an event. It can work for you. But will it really push out there? Will it get noticed a lot? It's one of those fragrances. It's not a skin scent, but is it going to get you noticed a whole lot? Maybe not. Is it a good fragrance? Is it clean? Does it smell good? Yeah, but is it really going to reach out there? Is this a notice me type of fragrance? Not really. I think with a lot of us, if we're going for a niche fragrance that's supposed to be more unique or higher quality, even if it is a more mass appealing, versatile fragrance, which the Louis Vuitton line kind of is, that's what this line kind of is all about. You're expecting either luxury, but of course you are expecting that performance. I think a lot of niche houses are starting to wisen up and pay attention that if you're going to pay a bunch of big bucks, I mean, you got to give us 8 hours, or maybe at least 6 or 7 or 8 hours, and to get us through to justify this fragrance. If it's a fresh fragrance, we can let it slide by maybe on 6 or 7. But if it's something a little bit more unique or complex, this is supposed to have cactus and tea. I think you could have pulled out 8 hours out of this fragrance, especially with ambergris and musk and some other things you could have done to the composition. Anyways, getting into that compliment factor, it's nice. Most people thought it was nice and likable and easygoing, and some people said that they actually wouldn't mind wearing this fragrance. It's really, really safe and really approachable, but yet it's a little bit different. It has the cactus. But once people knew, I told them how much this fragrance cost, that kind of scared people away. So that's probably the worst thing about this fragrance is the price. It's a scary price. It's $260, and so compliment wise, this is not a compliment fragrance. It just started the rain. I hope that you enjoy my live videos because they're real, they're authentic. Hopefully you can hear the rain behind me. Anyways, Cactus Garden here. It's a nice fragrance. It's decent. It's not gonna wow you most likely. There's lots of playful, fresh fragrances. There's not a lot of fragrances that do have cactus in them, but there's a few out there. There's one called Cacti by the House of Regime de Fleur, which is probably my favorite fragrance if we're just thinking about cactus. And of course, my Zurius Rouge by Givenchy, one of my favorite fragrances of all time. I won't stop talking about it. It's a beautiful fragrance. I highly recommend it, especially if you're a gentleman out there. It's worth the money. Get it. I recommend it highly. This fragrance here for $265 US dollars plus tax, and it's kind of hard to get depending on where you live. Plus shipping, absolutely a no-go, and I do not recommend you buy this fragrance. If you live in a big city, New York, Dallas, Texas, Chicago, somewhere, I don't know, if you have a Louis Vuitton store around you, do try to get in there, smell everything up, and see if you do and like this one. It'd be fun. But even blind buying a sample or a decant for 10 or 20 bucks might not even be worth it. Again, if you do really love the idea of tea and cactus, this might be worth a try. But I think for most people, this is quite kind of boring and really too safe. This is a designer level fragrance, really. And Louis Vuitton, it's kind of a shame on you. It's supposed to be a niche line. This is just as simple, or maybe even more simple and less complex, less interesting, and possibly maybe lesser quality than some designer fragrances, and you're charging us 260 bucks. I think you're paying an awful lot for the Louis Vuitton name. I do like the bottle. I do like that the cap is magnetic. Oh, sorry. I dropped it there. Hey man, this is a real review. That's a blooper. So anyways, it'll snap in place if you get it the right angle. But Cactus Garden, no go. Absolutely not. So my friends, I hope that you enjoyed my review today. If you did like my review, which was authentic, myself being honest, a little bit more laid back in this review, sometimes I'm fast-paced, But here, a little bit more laid back. Let me know if you like that presentation, that style. And of course, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, share the video, and tell a friend. I'll see you in the next video, my friends. Enjoy your day, enjoy your beautiful fragrances. And of course, there's always a new fragrance to explore, something new to hear about, something new to learn about. So make sure you come back to my channel and of course do all those good things. Like, comment, subscribe, all that, so you don't miss out on my regular videos. I upload Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, so come on back. I always got something new for you. I'll see you in the next video. Have a beautiful day, my friends. Wear what you love, and I know that you're smelling great. Peace, everybody. Have a beautiful day, and bye.